another Pixar movie this year. Well, okay. Hey everybody, it's Charles and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, yes. Hi, my name is Charles and welcome. So today I thought I'd talk about the new movie Soul, directed by Pete Docter, with co-director Kent Powers, and the movie stars Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey, Angela Bassett, Terry House, and like a few cameos from other people. As I said earlier, this is the second movie from Pixar to be released this year. Everyone knows, well, maybe you don't know, but the first movie that Pixar released this year was Onward, like legit when the pandemic hit. And honestly, I think Onward is a great movie. It took me a little bit of like persuasion when I went to see that movie to think it was good, because those trailers for Onward were horrendous. And after I watched that movie, I was like, this is pretty good. So going into Soul, I was like, okay, Pixar movie number 2, let's see if this is going to be a home run. And I have some thoughts. About this movie. Looking at the trailers for this movie, I was like, ooh, this looks gorgeous and it looks like it's going to be a fun and emotional ride. And you know, I've seen a lot of people saying like, oh my gosh, Soul touched my soul, ha ha ha. And it's like, they're like, oh, it's the best movie from Pixar to date. It's a masterpiece. It's better than Pete Docter's other movie that came out semi-recently, Inside Out in 2015. But I don't know. I just don't feel that way when I think about Soul. Don't get me wrong, I really did like Soul, but there were things about the story that I was like, sometimes I was thinking to myself, this works really well, and then sometimes I was like, this doesn't work, y'all should have like went back to the drawing board with this, but What I'm mainly referring to is everything that takes place in like the Soul, like in the zone slash like in the youth center, like Great Beyond area of this movie. Everything in that area of the movie, I was like, I don't like the rules you're setting up, like how they were like, these are how souls get their personality, and like blah blah blah. And I was thinking to myself, I don't like what this movie's saying about personality and how like the creation of it. I felt like it was very simplistic, and people who watched Inside Out said that they like handled emotion so simplistically, and I didn't really feel that way about that movie. But watching this movie, I was like, the way they're handling personality and the creation of personality and being like, your personality is predetermined before you're even born, I was thinking to myself, I don't like this at all. And the fact that they were just like, oh yeah, you guys can be this and you guys can be this, and like the nonchalantness of it all, my mind was like, this is stupid. For me, the movie really works when we're focusing on Joe and his life on Earth and him learning the message that you have to live life to the fullest and you have to appreciate every single day and not get so wrapped up in what you think you want. And I was like, okay, when the movie's focusing on this message, it's great. But when they were going back into the whole soul of it all, I was like, I feel like we're only here to be cute and be like, oh yeah, it's Pixar animation, so we have to have like a little cute animation. But I feel like this movie really could have worked like fully on the merit of like focusing on Joe and his life. But I guess they didn't want to do that, and they wanted something cute and all that, so that's why we have the soul portion of this movie. The only parts of the soul section of this movie that I liked were all the Jerrys. Jerrys were all cool. All the people who voice the Jerrys, y'all are great. Terry House, who voices the Terry accountant, I was like, you did that, you did that. And I do like Graham Norton's Moonwind, that's his, like, that's the name of the character. I liked him both in like the soul section and in the earth section. I was like, yes, he is doing a fantastic job. And other than that, oh wait, no, the in the zone area, that is the best part of like the whole soul thing. I was like, this is very interesting to say that, like the commentary going on in that whole in the zone area, I was like, this is interesting how people who are like really in it are travel to this place where it's like the meet between place of the spiritual and the like physical or whatever. And I was like, it's interesting to see how even some people who are like not lost per se, but like they're too obsessed with what they're doing, become lost souls. And I was like, okay, this is gelling really well with me. But like when we kept going back to the youth center and all that, I was like, okay, you're losing me, I don't like this. I feel like it's coming across that I don't like this movie, but I do think this movie's good. It's a pretty good, solid movie from Pixar. It's not at the top for me from them, but it's not at the bottom either. And when it comes to Pete Docter, when it comes to all 4 of the Disney Pixar movies that he's directed, I'm like, personally, yeah, I would have to say it's the lowest of the 4. I have to say that Inside Out is my favorite from Pete Docter, followed by Monsters, Inc., and then Up, and then this movie. I don't know, I just feel like compared to those 4, not 4. Compared to those other 3 movies from Pete Docter, I'm like, it's very pales in comparison. But, you know, for co-director Kent Powers, I don't think he's directed anything. And, you know, like, this is a good, like, first movie for him to, like, be able to say, yeah, I co-directed that. So, good for him. When it comes to this movie's animation, it is honestly amazing. It's drop dead gorgeous, it's stunning, and you have to take your hats off to the animators at Pixar because they really do an amazing job with this movie and getting all the attention to details, especially with like all the people and all the buildings and surroundings. I was like, you guys just get better and better, and that's all because of the animators who work under you guys, and you guys should be paying those animators a lot of money and giving them a lot of praise and credit, because without them, like, these movies would not come to life the way they do. The cast of this movie is pretty stacked, especially with like the cameos for all the Jerrys. But you know what? Other than like Graham Norton as Moonwind and Terry House as Terry, none of the other people really stood out. And that's crazy because you have Jamie Foxx, you have Tina Fey, and you have Angela Bassett. But I don't know. Their voice work for me was just fine. It didn't really touch my heart or anything, especially Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey, who they're supposed to make you laugh and cry. But I don't know, maybe it's just a story or the way they delivered their lines, but I really wasn't feeling it. I was like, these are nice moments that you guys are giving, but I'm not really feeling the emotions that I think you're trying to make me feel. Overall, even though I had problems with the story, specifically in the soul portion of the movie, like, I found this movie to be very nice, a pleasant time, and you know, it clearly, well, it was supposed to come out like in June of this year, but you know, the pandemic has pushed it all the way into Christmas, pushing Raya and the Last Dragon to March of next year. But I'm just like, this movie was a very nice Christmas movie to watch, and you know, even though I wasn't laughing and crying like everyone else was, I had a pretty good time watching it. I mean, at the time of recording this video, I've watched the movie twice. I watched it like legit at midnight on Christmas Day when it came out, and then I watched it like later that day on Christmas at my cousin's house because they were watching it when I got there, and I was like, okay, we're gonna watch it again. But yeah, I've seen the movie at least twice now, so I still feel like it's good, but not like captivating enough to me to be like masterpiece, like one of the best movies from Pixar. But you know what? That's fine, because everyone has their own opinions. Okay, that's all I have to say about the movie Soul, so tell me below in the comments what you thought of Soul. I mean, let's be nice about it, because, you know, I feel like some people are very rabid Pixar fans, and I'm just like, not every Pixar movie is a slam dunk, you guys. Like, I honestly thought Onward, as I said earlier, was going to be a flop, yet that one, for me, was, like, better than this movie story-wise. Like, it's so weird, because, like, the places in this movie where I thought were weak, like the story, were like the strongest in Onward, the story, but the animation in this movie is stronger than the animation in Onward. So I'm like, if we could just like, I don't know. Both movies are not like perfect, but I'm like, if we could have workshopped them both more, I feel like they both would have gone to amazing places. But anyway, yeah, tell me below in the comments what you thought of Soul. Yes, Soul. And you know what? Also tell me about if you like Onward, which one you like better, Onward or Soul this year, because I don't know, I feel like I would rather watch Onward again. Okay, you guys, thank you for coming to my channel and watching this whole movie review. And if you like what you saw here, why not go, you know, subscribe to my channel. I do movie reviews, I talk about Blu-rays, I do music reactions, and, you know, I do whatever else I want to do relating to the pop culture of it all, because what? You know, it's my channel, so I'm going to do whatever I want. Okay, you guys, once again, thank you for watching and coming to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, yep. Okay, yeah. Bye.